sleeping tons of. Wake up, wake up. Wake up is a new day, new era. Lights on, game loud, move clearer. They slept too long, now the storm got nearer. Wake up, look in the mirror. Wake up, you feel that shift in the air. Stardust burn, old crew in the flare. What's gonna shake when the dreamers declare? Wake up, we already here. Wake up, wake up. Cold floors, no name on the list. We built from the shadows, can't sleep on this. Every miss was a spark, now the flames exist. Universe are aligned, can't resist the twist. They hit snooze while we built in the dark. Now we run plays with celestial law. From the north to the world, hear the engine start. Wake up, we igniting the spark. This the moment when the lights flip.
Okay, this is the time. Now's the time. Stay focused.
And director of Western Canada Prep Academy. We started our program to help keep kids home that were eager to play prep school in other areas, so we wanted to provide an option for that high performance environment in Edmonton. For us, joining Wnpa is a natural progression. We want to be able to participate in a national platform. We've been playing against a lot of Americans over the years, and we feel like playing in a national Canadian league is a really good look for our program. Having an MPH Western Conference will allow us to have better games at home, and that's always been a thing going out west. But there's a couple really good anchor programs out here that we get to play, but there's not enough room out of advance. And creating that conference will allow us to have more sustainable, high level of competition regularly in our area. That helps in a lot of different ways, and it's going to help grow the game quite a bit by just having that presence out there.
Chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their very own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breeds basketball talent, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
Motivational threads. We are going to outfit a basketball player from head to toe. We do on-court apparel for uniforms, and then we do warm-up apparel, shooting shirts, off-court apparel. We do track suits, and then we do backpacks to carry all the gear to games to and from. Like North Pole Hoops helping on the league side and exposure side, we're going to help with the apparel side as well. You look good, feel good, play good, right? So trying to help kids do that and help as many kids as possible. But
It's been a long road trip for Edge. The men's team's been playing the last 3 days, but today they get a day off. The women, though, they get their first bite of Ontario basketball as they come all the way here to the St. Jude's AC Dome to take on St. Jude's. We're live here for some WNPA action, and I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am stoked to be here for yet another game of WNPA basketball. I'm Julian Quintero Verano, and joining me today is my dear friend Anjali Singh. Anjali, how are we doing today?
We're doing amazing. This is going to be a great matchup, and we got some changes in the lineups, but I'm excited, and we're here at home, St. Jude's AC Dome.
And I mean, you were talking about changes in the lineup. I think one of the biggest ones is for Edge. They're able to get a bucket immediately here out of the gate. Katie Anderson, the one getting things started for this Edge team. But the big thing for this Edge team is going to be, how are they going to play without Sadie Secord? Their best scorer has been the focal point on offense for them so far this season, and a big reason why they are 2-0. How do you think they're going to fare without Sadie?
You know what? It's going to be the question of who steps up, but they do have some amazing players on their end. Yasmin Kells, amongst others like Zarifa. So I'm excited to see how this goes, but I think it's going to be very neck and neck.
They got off to a quick start, but now they turn it over. Silvana Maldonado looking to give them a welcome to Ontario. She does just that, and one bucket here for St. Jude's to start off their game. And of course, who else would it be but the class of 2026's very own Silvana Maldonado.
Maldonado, she has been coming out this season. She's played all 8 games so far for St. Jude's, and she's second in the league for steals. So I'm not too surprised that she was able to make that breakaway and finish strong at the net.
She was fantastic so far this year. It's been great to see, and she's perfect from the line there. 3-2 the score here early in this affair. Anderson getting trapped, and it gets tipped off again. It's Maldonado, another big lay for her. 5-point swing now for St. Jude's.
Right out the gate, she is coming in with fire and is that leader. And I'm not too surprised.
Looking around here now. Stavast passes it over now to Anderson. Anderson trying to size up. Out to the corner it goes. Back to the top end for Bwalia. 3-point ball here. Stavast shot. It's high. It's bouncing around. It's still loose for whoever wants it. It will be a jump ball scenario. And possession arrow goes the way of St. Jude.
So far, St. Jude's has the advantage, so Edge really needs to step it up, but of course, a lot of time left in this game. That's going to be what determines how Edge comes back from this.
We'll see where it goes, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking here, St. Jude's glancing, looking around to see how things pan out. Big attack to the basket, turned over, and now it's going to be Edge with tempo. Immediately turned it over. Maldonado tried saving it, and she does let it go. Looking around here, inbound coming. Inbound on its way, and now it will be Miriam Henriquez. She's glancing around, little pass on over to Maldonado. Maldonado getting set, struts to her right, back to Henriquez. She thinks about the jumper, takes it to the hole, kicks it back out. It's a drive inside into the corner once more. It's Maldonado. She's trying to get something out to Henriquez, but she's called for the travel. The made 3 from Henriquez doesn't convert, and it will be Edge ball.
That's one of those unforced errors. You don't want to see travel, especially this early on in the game. But what was great from that play was the speed and the efficiency.
Sophie Munn looking to check in. She'll be coming in here on the side of St. Jude's. Ball was loose here for a moment. Sophie Munn will be the one checking in for this side, making her appearance here for Sierra Surface. Timeout has been called, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to the new era of basketball. They doubted you. They overlooked you. They didn't believe in you. But now, everything changes. No more sidelines. No more being underrated. No more sleeping. It's time for your game to speak. NPH has traveled the world. We've connected with the top players. We've built this stage. And now, it's time. Time for the game to rise. Time for you to rise. Time for the basketball world to wake up. Welcome to the new era of basketball.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here. We had a little mess here at the table. Beverage spilt, and as a result, well, a little bit of a messy equipment, so to say, Angeli, but we'll figure it out as it goes. Inbound to come here, it will be Edge. Bringing it in here, it will be Sky Bergen. Bergen to inbound, finds Anderson. Anderson, she is further up in the league in assists. You have it written down here, 8th in the league in assists so far through her starts. Definitely a big ball handler for him. Bwalya glancing around, back it goes to Anderson. She thinks about the jumper, steps back, being swarmed here by Henriquez and Davina Grant. It's loose around. Apong, the one who pulls it in. Now we get it over to Henriquez. She finds Munn. Munn sets, lets it fly from range. It's just a bit long. It's picked up by Maldonado. She gives it back to Grant. Davina Grant calling for a screen here. Apong coming to set it. Goes around the hole, out to the corner to Munn. Munn thought about the jumper again. Instead, we'll give it over to Henriquez. Henriquez taking it to the hole. It's loose on the ground. They're still fighting for it. Needs to just get something up. Not able to hit anything. And it goes out of bounds. It will be edge ball here. Substitution coming in. It will be Yasmina Kells.
Great job by St. Jude's on the defensive end, though, putting pressure on one of the star guards, Katie Anderson. In warm-ups, Anderson was great, just passing the ball, great speed, great hands.
Yeah, she's been fantastic to help him break out here. Bwalya passes it over now to Bergen. Bergen over to Anderson. She floats it up, can't get the floater to go. Second opportunity going up and in, but it doesn't convert. It will be Kells, gives it back to Bwalya, and that one sits on the rim and converts no problem. Edge now only trailed by 1. It's 5-4. Henriquez glancing around here, waiting for something. Bwalya closing off that right-hand side. Apong coming to set a screen on this left-hand side. She will take the screen. Doesn't take the jumper. Gives it back to Grant. Grant glancing around. Drive in, out to Munn. Munn's got to throw something up. Can't, and it's another close shot clock violation. St. Jude's just not getting clean looks here, Angeli.
Yeah, this is the second time in a row that St. Jude's isn't able to capitalize on their offensive possession. And that's going to be a point for Edge to get their edge on the offensive end. As we already saw, they had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in a row and were able to get some couple points on the board because of that. And St. Jude just need to box out, stay aggressive on the boards, and just maybe, I said earlier that they're great at speed, but maybe they need to slow things down.
I will say also, Sophia Munn was fouled on her shot attempt there to try to get something before the buzzer. She hits one of these 2 free throws. I think the point still remains relevant. You can't hold on to it for that long in the shot clock cycle. You need to try to get cleaner looks. They walk away with something there with the foul, but you want to make sure you get something cleaner there. Another steal from Maldonado. She gets it up to Munn. Munn back out to Grant. She's glancing, she's looking, takes it around the hole, gives it over to Henriquez. Henriquez had a reach in there by a Wandrasek. But now it will be Maldonado, throws it back to Apong. Apong finds Grant, she lets it fly. Big 3 and the bucket. Davina Grant makes it rain to grow the lead to 5.
This could be the little bit of the powerhouse that the St. Jude's were looking for, maybe get things going.
Bergen needs to get something out. But it seemed that there was a violation there. It was. It will be turned over here by Edge. Maldonado will be the one inbound, and we see number 21, Avery Zulak, will be checking in on the side of Edge. Maldonado, quick pass into Henriquez. And she's doing what she can here. Wandrasek on defense. Taking straight to the hole, pauses out, gives it back over to Munn. Munn swings it over to Apong. Apong finds Maldonado. Jab step to the right-hand side. Slows it over. Quickly over to Munn. That's a deep 3-point attempt from Sophie Munn. Not able to get it. It's rebounded by Maldonado. She puts up the reverse. and draws the foul. Great hunger from Silvana Maldonado to chase the miss on offense and put it up for the second chance points. Doesn't get the bucket, but does get 2 free throws here.
In basketball, it really doesn't matter if you do sink that too. Getting to the line is what matters. Having that aggression. And Maldonado is doing a great job today on the defensive and offensive end.
Yeah, Maldonado's been giving it her all so far today. It's been great to see on all aspects for her.
As she sinks that first free throw.
Seeing what she can do here with the second one. Looking around, it will be a chance here. Wondrusek passes it over, almost picked off, but it will still be picked up. It goes to the corner. Anderson for 3. It's long. Rebounded by Maldonado. Takes the contact, draws the foul. And now St. Jude's can calm down a little bit and regroup.
100%. And again, number 10, Maldonado. She has so much control when she's handling that basketball. And as a guard, that's super important. You don't want to be messy with the ball. You don't want many picks off the ball. Having that control is one of her strengths, and you can tell that Edge is picking up on that and tightening up their defense.
Since the opening bucket to make it a 2-0 game, Edge has struggled on the offensive end. Anderson almost forces the turnover there, but it will be a chance for St. Jude's to reset. Scores 11-4. And yeah, so far it's been the Silvana Maldonado show. 2 for 2 from the field, 3 for 3 from the line. She has 7 points so far on the day. Henriquez, pass on out to Munn. Munn glancing back to Henriquez. Pass inside of Maldonado. She catches, thinks about it, gives it back to Munn. She needs to get something up here, float it. It needs to go to surface. She's not able to get the shot off, and despite the 3 getting hit, it won't count for it. That's another possession where St. Jude's takes it to the brink of the shot clock. It's another possession where they fail to get a shot up, and sadly, it's another possession where it's a made 3 that just won't count on the board. Quick pass inside once more. The chance is scored. Quick on the transition. It's Zulak. Edge, they need this, and they're now going to try to lock in on defense. They trail by 5. Munn passes back over to surface. She's glancing. She's looking. Pass inside to Maldonado. Big power step inside and able to get the bucket. Silvana Maldonado, 9 points now of the 13.
And we're just only a few minutes into this game. She's already a star, and she's leading both sides of this court.
Surface able to get the steal, gets blocked there by Edge on the opportunity going the other way. Now it's Anderson. Anderson going to the hole. Quick swing all the way to the corner. She thought about the set shot. Zulak, instead she draws the foul. Blocking foul, and because it was before the shot was even in action, Edge got to take it from the baseline. Another unfortunate circumstance for him. We're seeing substitutions all around for both these teams. We're seeing Sierra Sunkel make her way in. We also ended up seeing a substitution here for Edge. Miriam coming out here for Kara Sapong. But also substitutions on the side of Edge. I am seeing Yasmina Kells back in. And that's a bucket once more for Zulak. I call that one a little bit further ahead of time.
You knew it was going in. But something I want to mention right out the gate is that Edge has height over St. Jude's. And for St. Jude's on the defensive end, to prevent those fouls from reoccurring, it's going to be playing with your feet, keeping your hands up, and not swiping at the ball.
Surface jumper doesn't go. It's rebounded there. Alicia Monet fouled on the shot. She'll get some free throws to come. And yeah, you mentioned it, Angeli. Edge here, they're playing with a lot of size, but I don't think they're playing with a lot of size here. It's felt like they haven't really tried establishing themselves down low.
100%. Edge is going to have to really make their way down low. And that time when they had the few offensive rebounds and were able to capitalize on that, they were successful. That's going to have to be the name of the game for them. And St. Jude's, they do have some shooters that can shoot beyond the perimeter. And if they can capitalize on that, that's going to be kind of a focus for them. But of course, they do need to get warm.
Free throw falls here from Monet. Edge now trying to get something going. Inbound into Bwalia. Bwalia Quick little slip into Zulak. Zulak tried finding Balya again. It's tipped by Surface, taken by Surface. Sierra Surface bringing it all the way across. Big attack to the basket, blocked! Big play there from Freya Zarifa.
Zarifa, this is her first appearance this season. Now Edge have only played 2 games, but having a player so tall who right off the bench comes in with this power, that's what you want to see from this team.
And as it's loose, it will be picked up by Zulak. She passed it over to Bwalya. Bwalya slows it down. Pass quick on over to Zarifa. It gets tipped there by Monet. Great play by Monet. She goes all the way. Isn't getting blocked, but fails the shot. Second opportunity isn't there. It gets passed on over. Finally, Edge breakout. It's Bwalya. Makes his way to the corner. A pump fake there. It was Rondrasek. Back out for 3. Edge not able to do anything with it. Sophie Munn with the board, and now they're going the other way. Karis Apong. Big attack to the basket. Slows it down. Pass on over to Surface to Sunkel. The Sierras coming together, and Sierra Sunkel with the bucket jumper from the free throw line.
She has experience with this team, playing 7 out of 8 of her games. And with that size, that area around the key is her spot.
Bwalya is waiting, temptingly waiting, and when we pass it on over, it's another potential turnover. Surface tries chasing it down, isn't able to get there, but it will be St. Jude's ball as it goes out of bounds. Just over 2 minutes remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. 17-8 the score. St. Jude's have come out commandingly early. Munn passes the Surface with a pump fake, swings it back on over to Munn. She's set, lets it fly, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Monet. She can't get the bucket on the second opportunity. Edge now going to try to break out. It's tipped by Surface there on the breakout. Edge really have been struggling here with the press that we've seen so far from Edge on the defensive end.
Definitely, I think St. Jude's Surface has been a huge component to that. She has the speed, and now getting off the bench, she's getting her hands warm, and it's making St. Jude's pay off on that defensive end.
Wondrasek misses the bucket inside, gets the board, passes it back over to Bwalya, can't get it, and Edge still fighting for it. It's loose on the ground. Munn's the one who comes away with it. Quick pass over to Sunkel, and now St. Jude's running the break quickly. Surface slows it down, tells her team to calm down. Great little crossover, pulls up from the mid-range. It just doesn't sit right. Edge now go the other way. Bwalya bringing it up through the teeth of the defense, right to the basket. Book it. Chilela Bwalya with the bucket there. Wonderful to see here for Edge. 2 with 1 more in the holster.
You know, growing up, I played the guard position, so seeing another guard in Bwalya going in with the left and going up strong, you kind of see her using her right shoulder to go into defense, and that's the type of approach you want. And again, almost done in this first quarter, and this is the way you kind of want to go out, whether you're St. Jude's or Edge.
We're seeing Silvana Maldonado make her way back in. Miriam Henriquez going to check in once more. Sub being made once more. Sierra Surface comes out. Sierra Sunkel came out for Maldonado as well. St. Jude's want to try to get something here quick before the first quarter ends, so it's going to be fun to see. Just over 1 minute now remaining in this one. Maldonado, pass on over to Henriquez, back to Maldonado. She finds Munn. Munn open for a moment, gives it back over to Maldonado. They're just swinging around the perimeter. Back inside, it's Apong trying to split the defense. Big power dribble there from Karis Apong. And it said it's last off of Edge. They're going to set up here now. St. Jude seeing with these last 10 seconds if they can get a shot off here in the half court. Maldonado glancing. Pass over to Munn. Munn keeps it going, finds Henriquez. Henriquez hesitating. Pass to Munn. She might need to get something up. Gives it over to Maldonado. Shot just needs to be thrown. Maldonado lets it fly. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Edge. They'll break out. Wondrasek, the one pushing up. Pass inside to Kells. Kells able to get it over to the corner. It's a 3-ball, but it's off the top of the backboard. Still loose. Picked up by Monet. Monet out to Maldonado. Maldonado slows it down here. A little handoff over to Munn. Munn back to Maldonado. She finds Sophie Munn again. And as it goes all the way around, we're on the right-hand side now. Miriam Henriquez. Apong flares, gives it back to Maldonado. Time running out slowly but surely here. Apong to Henriquez. Shot needs to get up. Monet out to Apong. She just lets it fly and isn't able to get it to go. Shot clock violation. Edge get the ball back again. St. Jude's playing full time on every possession, and sometimes it's just not working here for them, Angela.
No, definitely. That's an attest to Edge's defense, but again, you can't just play based off your defenders. You have to play your game, and maybe that means changing up the play, but with first quarter winding down, it's going to be a change they have to make heading into the second quarter.
Edge missed there. They got to get something up. Time ticking down. Maldonado puts it up. The whistle goes. And yeah, that was the end of this first quarter. Bit odd not to hear a whistle there, but or not a whistle, but what's it called? The siren, so to say, of the scoreboard. The shot clock. Yes, very odd not to hear it there, but we will be entering this second quarter very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. St. Jude's lead big. We'll see if they're able to keep it up. We'll be right back.
From what they used to boast, bridge culture with core, let your roots roar. From Toronto, Jeddah, Dubai, open every door. They say you're small, you don't belong in the score, but universe whisper, you built for much more. Wake up to your power, see the game wait. Cordage your voice, the hoops your stay. Every strap you grab, every shot you take. Be the message in the grind, no silent breaks. They slept on me, now I rise to the sky. Stardust in my veins, see the flame in my eye. Game speak loud, I don't need to try. From shadows to spotlight, watch me testify. Wake up the world, let them feel who we be. Roots in the ground, but a soul run free. Internet's connect, gateway to your dreams.
Return, ladies and gentlemen, here. And it's been a quick little start in this game. A nice little ditty here. Something you want to say here quickly about Avery Zulak. She's looked quite good so far early for Edge.
Definitely. She's come in. She's been that strong defensive leader. And something I've noticed about her is she just has quick feet, right? And she's able to match that with her quick hands, which has allowed St. Jude's to get a little messy. So if she continues this in the second quarter, we can see Edge really come back and have a great performance here.
We're seeing Zulak back out there on defense. The steal's taken here by Chloe Wondrasek, and she's going to give it quickly over to Freya Zarifa. Out there with them still, it will be Yasmin Kells, and then in the corner, it will be Chilela Bwalia. Meanwhile, on the side of St. Jude's, Maldonado Henriquez out there, a Pong in the middle. Stolen there by Monet. She helps finish the steal, and Davina Grant now the one bringing it up here. That's who's out there right now for St. Jude's. Grant now, quick little pass on out. Back inside, it's tipped. It won't result in a steal, but great pressure there. Now only 10 seconds again for St. Jude's on the shot clock. Maldonado out to a Pong. Keeps swinging to Grant. Open is Henriquez in the corner. She lets it fly. It's off the side of the backboard. Still fighting for it. Hits the deck. Hard hit down there for Yasmina Kells, but she seems fine. Everyone seems fine, and it will be a shot clock violation. Edge get the ball back as they have a substitution here. 14, Temi Adewunmi.
So far, it seems like the same story we've been seeing in the first quarter. But I do want to bring up that, yes, Zulak was huge in that first quarter, but Wondrasak is coming out with fast hands. She's kind of like a ghost, and she just randomly appears in great ways, both on offense and defense.
Still fighting for it. Ball inside. Makes its way over to Kells. She can't hold on to it. Still, though, has it now in the corner. Struggling, fighting. Shovel pass inside to Wondrasek. She floats it up and in. Chloe Wondrasek with the bucket.
And that's going to be a couple of her first points. And again, she's been great on defense. It's great to see her getting some offensive touches as well.
Katie Anderson currently at the scorer's table ready to check in for Edge. They're going to be prepared to have her come make a presence. Maldonado, swing on over to Henriquez. She catches it, glancing, looking, passes quickly over to Maldonado. She lets it fly from three. It swirls out into the hands of Yasmina Kells. She finds Wondrasek, and Wondrasek's going to try to break out. Monet, the one putting pressure. Wondrusek getting it across. It's red. It's anticipated by Maldonado, and she goes coast to coast once more. Silvana Maldonado has been fantastic today. 4 for 5 now from the field. 11 points from the 2026 guard. Stolen once more. Maldonado leading the charge. Gets the reverse lay. Not able to get the conversion. It'll be picked up here quickly. Adewunmi pushing forward. Adewunmi called there for the double dribble. Tough situation there for Adewunmi. But subs will be made here. Katie Anderson checking in for Bwalia.
Adewunmi, you know, coming off the bench, maybe it's a little bit of just getting warm, but as a big, you know, that's a good point to work on is the ball handling. And you have to be super skilled to be a big who can dribble the ball. And of course, it's great to be versatile, so that's just a little work to improve on for her.
Stavast also checks in. Munn lets it go from beyond the arc, and she let that one fly. Wonderful shot there from Sophie Munn. Now Edge, they're gonna go around. Quick little pass inside, great vision, and a bucket. Temi Adewunmi, bucket for her inside. Edge gets 2 of those 3 points right back. It's 22-15 now.
That's the type of work down low that you were talking about in the first quarter that they need to work on. And this is the start of that. That's exactly what you want to see. And Adewunmi, she's the type of player that can be that asset down low on that bottom block.
Grant tried driving here, pauses for a moment, gives it back on over to Munn. Munn taking around the corner. He's going to have to get something up here before the shot clock expires. It's tipped there by Edge, but it will be a shot clock violation. St. Jude's going to have to get back on defense. Silvana Maldonado checking in now for Davina Grant. Freya Zarifa will be the one coming here quickly on the inbound. Has Katie Anderson and will find her. Back it goes to Zarifa. Fans giving it their all here, banging on the metallic seats, and a bucket there and one. Freya Zarifa. One moment she was on one end of the court. I looked away, I looked back, and she's getting an and one on the other end. Great to see here for Edge.
Yep, count that. Listen, you're that tall. Use your length to your advantage. Use that space. She was like a ghost. Once again, Edge has a lot of those players, whether they're short and speedy or lengthy and have those big steps. But that's the type of basketball you want to see from a player.
As Zarifa's taking these free throws here, Angie, I want to ask, if you were the height of Freya Zarifa, how far do you think you would have gotten in your basketball journey?
Oh my God, I'd go all the way. Listen, even if I didn't go all the way, at least I could dunk that ball, and I can't do that right now. I can barely touch the mesh.
Hey, so do I. I'll tell you that. I'm not exactly. I'll be honest. Even if I was her height, I don't think I'd be able to do much with it. Wouldn't really change much for me. Edge get the ball there, following the forced turnover. They'll keep it pushing. Pressure going on. Maldonado strips it. She's going all the way here, it seems. Draws the foul, but the foul was called way before the basket. Number 9, Naomi Stavast, put a lot of pressure on it, fouled Maldonado before she could get that shot up. St. Jude's now regrouped, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Munn, inbound to Henriquez. Henriquez glancing, has Maldonado, quick little pass there, glancing there, back to Henriquez. Henriquez, they're gonna cut in. Glancing, gets the cut, no, it goes a bit long. Munn shovels it back over to Maldonado. Maldonado spins around, pass over to Henriquez on the perimeter. She needs to let it go, does. Not able to convert it, rebounded by Munn. Second opportunity, reverse lay, Sophie Munn. She's really starting to come into her own.
Listen, Sophie Munn, she got a three-pointer earlier on, and she made that her 15th of the season. Again, only 18 games, that's impressive. She's definitely up there in the league for top 3 points made, and then of course the reverse layup. That's pretty, whether it's high school basketball or pros.
Yeah, I will say it's also 8 games, not 18 for anyone listening at home.
My apologies.
No, it's not a problem on you. It's just people at home are probably going, 18 games.
18 games, yeah, no.
But no. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, seasons are short, they're sweet, but that's why sessions like this upcoming week and why nationals mean so much. The sample size might seem small, but it just makes every game that much more important. Sophie Munn coming into her own is crucial. And Silvana Maldonado splashes home again. She's been monstrous today. The lead now is up to 9, 27-18.
Good side, good
Munn steals the ball.
Tough situation there, the foul on the transition. But still, my goodness, Silvana Maldonado, she's 5 for 8 from the field. That's 14 points for her on the day.
And this season she's been great on the defensive end, and we haven't seen too much of her offensive abilities in terms of being those top key players in the league. But today she's showing up and showing out. We love to see it.
Sky Bergen and Aubrey Erickson both check in here on the side of Edge. Sierra Surface makes her appearance now. See if she can make her presence felt. 5 seconds remaining. They got to throw something up. Maldonado out to Munn. Lets her just take that deep three. It's just short. Surface pulls it in. Going to be a partial reset here of the shot clock. Back it goes to Munn. She set again. Back to Maldonado. She looks. Stab step one side. Finds a palm. Over to Munn. She's set. She's going to have to just tuck it up. Gives it over to Sunkel. She puts it up. It's blocked. And it will be a shot clock violation. No, it seems there was a foul there. It was. Sunkel fouled on her shot right before the shot clock expired. Great awareness there from St. Jude's. But again, what has seemed to be the problem all day, St. Jude's just leaving the shot until the last moment of that shot clock.
100%. And then Adewumi getting ahead of herself and swiping. Sometimes that happens when you get a little tighter. I don't know if it's her getting tired or just a little bit of a messy play towards the end, not wanting St. Jude's to get that final shot off successfully. But you got to keep your feet moving on the defensive end. And offensively, yes, St. Jude's really needs to clean up their offense and maybe try something else out. Sometimes going more simple can be the key to success.
Yeah, and one thing that I've noticed this game specifically about St. Jude's, it's been the simple fact that when they catch them on the transition, they've been the most efficient. They've gotten most of their points there. They've gotten 3 balls that get slightly more open on those transition plays. That's been what they've been cooking up best. But as soon as they're forced into the half court, it just seems that they slow down too much. They're trying to find the perfect shot rather than a good shot. And I understand wanting to keep finding the perfect opportunity, but in the end, you just can't always expect that. Edge pulls in, book it wonderfully, bucket there once more, and it was the aforementioned, I don't care if she's tired, she's been putting in the work, and she gets 2 points with 1 more on the way for her efforts. Temi Adewumi.
You know, I don't mind if a player like Adewumi on the other end getting that foul. Don't mind it at all. As a head coach, I think that I'd rather her make a mistake and then go on the other end, get past that, reset, and then go finish hard, get to the line.
We have a timeout here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fun little bit of this game so far. Not that long left here in the second. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, for some more basketball.
Every player deserves a chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their very own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breeds basketball talent, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Some more basketball here. 28-21, 4:33 remaining here in the second quarter. St. Jude's again trying to break out here into another possession. They're curling around. And it ends up in the hands of Munn. She'll be the one bringing it up here. And I want to say, I've been impressed so far by Sophie Munn. You look at the stats, you might think that she's just putting up shots 1 for 5 from 3, 2 for 7 from the field. But in my opinion, I think it's very, very different than what the stats are saying. A lot of the possessions, she's the one that has it right at the end of the shot clock. She's the one that just has to throw something up. It's not the cleanest looks, it's not the most comfortable looks, but every time that she's been settled for a shot, she's either sunk it or it's come close.
You know what? She is a guard, and that's a kind of point guard mentality. You got to lead the court no matter how the game looks. And a lot of the time for St. Jude's, it's, you know, the clock ticking down and those last couple seconds on the shot clock. But, hey, if that's what it is, Munn's coming in and she's being that leader.
Once again, with the clock ticking down, Edge able to force a 5-second inbounding violation. Those are pretty rare. You don't see those with a lot of frequency. Wnpa able to have it. She tried kicking it out. It's picked off by Henriquez, though, and St. Jude's able to get a steal. Forget about the violation. They're able to almost score there. It would have been beautiful to see for, but they get the steal again. It's Surface. Great awareness there from Sierra Surface, and she gets 2 points right in the play.
Almost went right to Surface, almost like she was wearing the maroon. But, of course, it doesn't go Edge way, and St. Jude's just got that bucket.
And if you want me to tell you what has been the largest point of this game, it's been forced turnovers. I'm going to give you a stat here, Angela. You might be very surprised here. Edge so far this game, 3 blocks, 2 steals as a team. Pretty solid so far in this second quarter. St. Jude's in that same time, 0 blocks, now 16 steals.
Wow. Okay, a lot of those 16 steals are coming from the Maldonado
And there's another
show,
one right there.
Now we also have number 16 Surface bringing that number of steals up. And yeah, that's St. Jude's advantage here. That's really what's getting them those buckets.
It's been crazy to see Munn trying to take it over to Surface, but she stumbles there. Contact on the dribble. It does seem that it will still remain St. Jude's ball, and 3 subs coming in here now on the side of Edge. We're seeing Yasmin Kells. We're seeing number 12 in Freya Zarifa, and we're seeing Chalela Bualia. Also seeing Silvana Maldonado and Alicia Monet make their way in on the side of St. Jude's. So a lot of subs for both these teams, some fresh legs here as we continue on here. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this first half.
And speaking of subs, we have a lot of players on Edge who are making their debut this season. So it's just great to see, and they're trying different things out, which I can appreciate.
And we look here, Aubrey Erickson, she's been in for a good chunk here real quick of that second quarter. Been a presence on the defensive end. Keep on looking around. Freya Zarifa, you already mentioned her. She's making her first start of the season. Chloe Wandrasek, she's making her first start of the season. So it goes to show how aware she's been, how much they've been on the court. And that probably is a big aspect for Edge. They're coming into this tournament and they're saying, you know what, look, we haven't had our team full together as we wanted. It's something that we actually saw on the men's side as well. When they played in Battle in the Fort, the men's team, there was a conversation that Joe Musa, he had post-game with the coaching staff at Edge, talking about it was a very tough loss against Royal Crown, a very brutal game in that one. And the coaching staff, they didn't seem upset. They didn't seem frustrated. They just gave a smile and they said, hey, we didn't have Zach Hawley, don't worry. And Zach Hawley's been crucial for them so far. They've been undefeated in their run so far in Ontario. We'll see if they continue that tomorrow against King Heights. But I think that might be still a very similar thing here with this Edge team. Sure, both their games came up against Notre Dame. They were able to have some established dominance on that, but their lineup has felt so fluid based off the games played and whatnot, and I think we're really seeing that here today as well. They're still getting to grips with playing with one another.
100%, and sometimes it does take one of those stars just being out or not being at a game for the team to come together and have a great performance, almost surprising everyone around. And of course, great crowd out today. And for a high school game for this league, we love to see it, really.
I mean, if you want to talk about the importance over there in the corners, you can see is the Edge men's team come out to support the girls far away from home. But when you're far away from home, the team becomes your family. By the way, everybody, if you're watching from home, happy Family Day. Very big. I mean, I assume that's why, Angie, you're able to join me here today and not have class. Granted, it's also reading week, I know that, but it's been a big aspect throughout. Busy week of basketball for reading week, Family Day. It just seems that they're lining up all these hoops.
They're lining up. Come on now. These are the type of days that just bring a smile on your face. Come on now.
Oh, for sure. Davina Grant checking in now for Sierra Surface. Inbound will be done by Maldonado. I think it's going to be Henriquez the one to receive, but Grant might flare out and they'll get it to her. Yes, that's the play that ends up going on that one. Great little split there to make sure that the defense isn't able to swarm them. Back goes to Maldonado, and she's going to be the one bringing it up. Whistle goes. It's turned over. Tough to see there on the side of St. Jude's. Edge get to attack again, and Edge really got to get going. St. Jude's went on that run there, several steals, several buckets, and now the lead's up to 13. What do you think Edge needs to do here to try to establish themselves back in this one?
Well, that was a turnover. Now Maldonado's really, a little too powerful. But to answer your question, I think it's really going to be just with going in with a little bit of speed, capitalizing on scoring in the paint. And then also, a couple plays ago, we saw some long cross-court passes from Edge, and it seemed like St. Jude's didn't really pick up on those. So if it's available, because you don't want to force them, but if they're available, use it and get some open shots or drives in those open lanes for the two.
And Edge definitely stretched out the court on that last play to get the assist to Katie Anderson. And now we see Yasmina Kell's big block there. It will remain St. Jude's ball with only 4.8 remaining. We'll see how they're able to respond. Glancing around, pass inside Opong. It's tipped by Kells. Still remains St. Jude's ball. 3.9 on the shot clock.
And with 3.9, you kind of just want to, you do want to be organized, but you want to release that ball. You want to get a shot off as they do.
The chance there, Miriam Henriquez not able to hold on to it. It ends up being a very interesting situation right there. Zarifa picks it up, but by rolling over to pass it, she gets called for the travel. So now with 14 seconds on the shot clock, St. Jude's with a chance to try to inbound. It's tipped on the inbound. It's been a scramble here.
And for that rollover, if you're on the ground, you cannot move. You have to pass it out. You can't roll. That is a travel. It's something that you don't really practice too much when you're training, but it is a rule you got to keep in the back of your head because that's an unforced turnover right there.
The pass in there, beautiful find from Maldonado, and it's Karis Opong who gets the bucket inside. The lead's back to 13.
What I really like about St. Jude's is they're kind of sharing the ball. You see Opong, you see Maldonado, and they're just, everyone's touching the ball, and I think that's the name of the game for that team, for St. Jude's.
Fouls called on St. Jude's, it seems. Yes, Edge will be the ones to inbound here. Yasmina Kell's not super pleased about the play there either. And quite honestly, here at St. Jude's, they're not too happy either. They're trying to call for a travel on that one, so still a messy situation. Kell's not able to hold on to it, and she gets fouled on the inbound. Refs here now, actually, they're going to talk about it. No, going to come on over to announce it so the scorer's table can see what the foul was. Inbound once more coming for Edge.
And it seems like
Anderson. A whistle goes. And it seems, yes, all the misconfusion. That foul was the one that led to the bonus. So Yasmina Kells now is entitled to some free throws instead of the open layup she just scored there. But to be fair, a whistle had blown. Full of messy situation there for a moment, but now we're getting it all sorted.
You know what? It's not good basketball if there isn't some kind of communication between the refs, coaches, and teams on a call.
And I will say the refs were giving it all they could. That foul, they ended up looking over at the scorer's table a bit late and went, oh, this is now a bonus foul. It was very interesting because there was just quite a few there in quick succession. Kell splits her chances here at the free throw line. Now it's going to be Miriam Henriquez. Passes it on out. Sorry, Miriam Henriquez now has the ball with Maldonado who passed it out. Apologies there. Davina Grant the one who has it. Bringing it forward. Slowly, surely. Sunkel trying to get something inside. Opens up the lane for Grant. And the bucket. You won't see an assist there from Sierra Sunkel, but her cutout draws the person from the lane, and a great find for Davina Grant to take it to the hole. One more soon to come.
Not only does that take teamwork, but that also takes IQ. And we haven't seen too much from Grant, so her going in strong, she seemed like she had a lot of control, and she's that strong guard. If if St. Jude's can continue to rely on her as one of those star scorers, this game could have a different type of outcome, Julian.
I mean, I don't know how much more of a different outcome it can be. St. Jude's up 14. Anything can happen. I agree with you on that front. But if Davina Grant gets established here in this one, it could be a really, really rough second half for Edge. Still, though, about over 20 seconds remaining. No shot clock on. That just tells you how little time there is left. Walia passes it out. It's a 3 ball. It's long, and it gets picked up back inside, but it was out of bounds. Walia tried recovering, couldn't with the salvage job. And now we look, about 12 seconds remaining here. Ball back out, Henriquez. Pulls it up, drive in, pass off, great dump to Monet, and she draws the foul. Alicia Monet gets 2 free throws to come.
We came into this quarter with about a 9-point lead for St. Jude's, and we're about to walk out with at least a 14-point lead. That's quite impressive. They just keep leveling up. And they're also inviting new players on the court, which just shows how well-rounded this team is.
St. Jude's, with Monet not able to hit her first, but I agree with you. It's been, as I said, it was a tough season so far. St. Jude's has been on the receiving end of many big blowouts on the end, from Royal Crown to Fort Erie, the larger name schools here. But all the other games that they've had, it's been a lot of close losses, a lot of close affairs, and it's just not been something that's been wonderful for them. But they don't seem too worried here today. Edge travels to Ontario, and they currently play St. Jude's here in Mississauga. St. Jude's lead by 14, 38-24 the score as we head into the second half. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
On what's going on at MPH, and more importantly, what's to come in 2026. This year, expected to be the biggest in company history. Let's lock in. I just got back from our Middle East tour.
Welcome to Riyadh.
With Abdul, our regional director, and we spent time in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, where we were able to meet with major stakeholders in the region that are interested in connecting the dots, creating that bridge between North America and the Middle East region through basketball, and creating a global impact through multiple basketball projects, which we're excited to share as we roll into 2026. And as we move over to Saudi Arabia, a country going through a transformation with a strong ambition in sports and entertainment. This is a country that's hungry for more. Working together with North Pole Hoops, we want to bring the basketball world to the kingdom. Now we're back in the United States of America, focused on building the Southern Conference of North Pole Hoops. The evolution of prep basketball, from national championships to continental cups. We are choosing select programs that align with our global vision. As for up north in Canada, the momentum is undeniable. We just finished up a Montreal session, and we're heading into the new year in the nation's capital of Ottawa. As we get closer to March, championship month, the storylines are picking up. In Canada, one of the biggest storylines, David Bottomley, averaging 47 points per game following the tragic loss of his father. He is now turning performance into purpose, and that's MPH family. Then you look at Isaiah Hamilton and Kareem Al-Jabbar, 2 NBA-level prospects who are breaking out in the NPA in their first year of prep basketball. They've stepped into a higher level of competition and structure, and instead of adjusting slowly, they've announced themselves. And of course, the rivalry that continues to define Canadian prep basketball. Fort Erie versus Royal Crown, owners of the last 2 national championships. A storied matchup that keeps bubbling season after season as both programs chase another MPA crown. Every time they meet, it means something. Honorable mention that truly deserves recognition, Yusuf Ahmed. Watching Yusuf rise through the MPH ecosystem, from dominating D1 to becoming one of the top players in the MPA and Canada overall, is exactly why this platform exists. These aren't just highlights. These are pathways, growth stories, and proof that the ecosystem works. And when it comes to women's basketball, the ladies are shining. We're in year 2 of the WNPA, and we're elevating women's basketball. With star talent like Chance Berry, Amelia Sow, Jordan Wheeler, they're setting a global standard for what's to come. So what can we expect moving forward at North Pole Hoops? We're building conferences, 4 conferences over the next 2 years are in the process of being built. We have the Central Conference, which will cover the majority of Ontario. Eastern Conference will start in the nation's capital from Ottawa, go throughout Quebec and Atlantic Canada, connecting the whole eastern region of the country. And then Western Canada starts in Manitoba, goes through Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. Last but not least, the Southern Conference in the USA. That is under construction as we speak and will be growing over the next couple years, starting with an inaugural 26-27 season, MPA and WMPA South. Conferences equals structure. This isn't just expansion for the sake of expansion. This is intentional growth built to last. At North Pole Hoops, it's always been about building growth pathways on and off the floor. And entering 2026, it's about alignment, global reach, and raising the standard everywhere we go. To coaches, parents, players, and partners, thank you for continuing to believe in this vision. We're just getting started. Thank you.
They've been sleeping tons of. Wake up, wake up. Wake up is a new day, new era. Lights on, game loud, move clearer. They slept too long, now the storm got nearer. Wake up, look in the mirror. Wake up, you feel that shift in the air. Stardust burn, old crew in the flare. What's gonna shake when the dreamers declare? Wake up, we already here. Wake up, wake up. Cold floors, no name on the list. We built from the shadows, can't sleep on this. Every miss was a spark, now the flames exist. Universe are aligned, can't resist the twist. They hit snooze while we built in the dark. Now we run plays with celestial law. From the north to the world, hear the engine start. Wake up, we igniting the spark. This the moment when the lights flip.
Every player deserves a chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breathes basketball, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
You guys gotta be aggressive. 6 minutes left, it's a 13-point game. Okay, this is now's the time.
my name is Silky Sullivan. Who's missing is my wife, the second half of DNV Chill Cryo Wellness Spa, Verona Sullivan. We started this company, DNV Chill Cryotherapy Wellness Spa, about going on 5 years ago. We felt the need for athletes to have recovery and pain management at sporting events. Technology that we have, the device that we have, we are able to spray athletes before they play, during halftime, and after they play, because it's nothing but 60 to 90-second sessions. It reduces inflammation, it reduces swelling, it eliminates muscle soreness. It's very efficient and it's very powerful. Anywhere that they're playing a high level of basketball, they're gonna need recovery. And I must say, this is my first time in Canada. Of course, I watched the SGA, the OKC won the championship, but for me to see with my own eyes, these kids I'm very impressed. I told Tyreek that I'm very impressed with the level of play that they're playing out there. With that being said, they playing long games. Like I tell kids, you have to recover like you practice and play. They're playing every day, they're practicing every day, and they're training every day. So you have to let your body recover. And so I figure that this is something that we can come up here and help them with, and they can also help us, and we can help each other, man.
We return, ladies and gentlemen. It's not Halloween, but it's been a haunting game. If you're a fan of Edge, not exactly super fun for them. They trail 39-24 as we start the third quarter now, and immediately Edge heard me and said, you know what? Here's 2 points out the gate. Katie Anderson, quick steal to start things hot.
That's what we call commentators' luck, Julian.
Enriquez, quick pass over to Apong. She's joined by Sunkel and Maldonado. Sophie Munn in the corner. That's your 5 out there right now for St. Jude's. Out it goes to Munn. Finds his way to the corner. It's Maldonado. Maldonado glancing, taking the screen there from Munn's going to have to get the shot up. It's a tough one here. Maldonado hits the deck. And a whistle goes. Who's the foul on here? I believe the foul there is on Tammy Adewunmi. That's what's being shown now, and it's going to be a shot clock reset here for St. Jude's. Very tough break here for Edge.
Definitely, and this is the start that they want. But again, heading into, the end before halftime, we saw Edge kind of spacing out a little more, getting those fast breaks, and it started slow, but it could speed up a lot here in the third.
Keeping it pushing, seeing where it goes. Enriquez drive inside, kicks it back out, no one's there, and it's gonna be over and back, unless, no, Adewunmi wanted the steal. Maldonado disrupts it enough to where Adewunmi kicks it out to the end. And it means now they only have 1.2 seconds to get it from one end of the court to the other. I don't know if you know this, but to get a proper jump shot off, you need at least 0.3 seconds. And to get a full court one, I think you need a little bit more than that.
I did not know that. That's a very interesting fact, Julian. But yes, very tough. Surprised that St. Jude's was trying to dribble. Just let that one fly.
You know what, little fun fact about that 0.3. I believe the year was 1983. The Knicks were playing, and they won the game, if I remember correctly, from a three-pointer that was taken with 0.2 seconds remaining. Obviously back then there was no replay, there wasn't really certainty on that, so the shot counted. But after many years of analyzing the video and whatnot, it was mathematically proven that the fastest human can't get a proper jump shot up in under 0.3 seconds. You can tip it in, you can like kind of throw it up randomly, but you won't get a proper jump shot with the form unless you have 0.3 seconds to get it up. So little fun fact for people at home. Score now 41-28. We had a couple trades of baskets in there, Angela.
We did, and just as fast as those couple of back and forth plays happen, it's another turnover.
These violations have been a big problem for St. Jude's. Edge not really capitalizing on it. And I mean, St. Jude's, as we saw, playing some fantastic defense. I got to check real quick, and I will. They just might be at 20 steals or above in this game already. Chance for Bwalia. Her three-pointer goes long. Out of bounds. St. Jude's will recoup. When we take a look here real quick at their stats, St. Jude's, sorry, not 20, only a mere 18 steals in this game. Meanwhile, on the side of Edge, the website kind of glitched out on me for a moment, so we'll figure it out in a moment. They got a quick steal here early to start off their third. And you look here as a team, 5 steals, 5 blocks. They've also been busy on the defensive end. Goes over to Maldonado, couple jab steps, drives in, wonderful drive. Silvana Maldonado not able to get it, gets the putback, yes! Maldonado!
She's coming out now in the third quarter, finishing strong. The second quarter, she did a great job getting a 3, getting some looks down low, but some of those easy layups were a little too hard on the glass. As she gets another easy lay on the left hand, she really is just so versatile. And again, getting her own rebound, putting that up and taking it good to go. Hey, St. Jude's is all over the place here in great ways.
18 points so far in this one from Silvana Maldonado. A three-pointer, it's deep there from Zulak. She can't convert it. Henriquez steps out of bounds trying to pass it in following the board. So it will be Edge retaking possession. Coming in is going to be Chloe Wondrasek. Sierra Surface checking in as well on the side of St. Jude's.
Wondrasek as well as Anderson are guards who are very fast. And they have fast feet, fast hands, but they're also great on the offensive end. They can shoot the ball and drive. Their IQ is great. They see the open lane. And having 2 strong players like that on your side is a strong component to possibly getting points on the board, but now it's just owning in on that and capitalizing on those opportunities.
St. Jude's got the steal, but the foul's committed here. Offensive foul, it seems. They seem a bit frustrated here on that situation. St. Jude's, their offensive opportunity from a quick steal, not able to capitalize. And I think that's been St. Jude's largest problem this game. It hasn't been forcing turnovers. It hasn't been drawing fouls. It's been what to do when the game slows down. Because when the tempo's high and they're running the break, they've been exceptional. 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, 4. Like right now, we see it go to Maldonado in the corner. She drives inside through pressure, able to get that bucket. 20 points so far for Maldonado. But that's what I mean. Those are the plays where Edge isn't fully back on defense. And that's really been their largest problem. 3 here, Edge, it's long. Rebounded by Munn. She stumbled on it, but it will remain St. Jude's ball. Subs coming in.
But again, as we mentioned, Edge has a lot of those players that are seeing the court for the first time this season, and that could be one of the reasons that their offensive abilities are a little slow right now, not really up to par with what they are looking for. But yeah, it's all about speed, it's about efficiency.
Other way it goes. Chloe Wondrasek, big drive, pass on over to the corner. Anderson, 1 dribble, and decided to take 1 too many steps there to get set on the step back travel call. Edge, very interestingly, shout out producer Jack Denny, who points it out, 0 for 14 from 3 so far, Edge. They've been doing what they can to try to get that jumper going, but no one's really been able to ignite from beyond the arc.
And you know what, that strong shooter would have come from number 7, Sikord, but of course she's not here today. And again, Edge has height, and that's where you have to capitalize on in the paint, on that bottom block. And we saw St. Jude's, Maldonado doing that. But Edge needs to start to step it up, and they have the length, they have the height. We keep saying that.
Also, if you want to talk about shooting threes, someone who's not really been out there, much less shooting threes for him, has been Sky Bergen. She averages three threes made a game. Granted, it's only in one appearance, but still something, anything to try to get some shooters out there. And speaking of shooters out there, St. Jude's out of there, able to get that shot clock violation. Edge on defense and see what they can do. Passing it around. Zulak. Pass on over. Finds Anderson. Back it goes to Zulak. Zulak tries to beat her defender. A quick little pass on over. Dump inside. It's slapped out by Apong. Picked up by Grant. And St. Jude's trying to break out. Anderson not giving them that fast break. And now Edge get established again on the defensive end. Henriquez, drive on in, kick on out to the corner. It'll be surface. Gets the defender to slide a little bit, but not able to get the midi to go. Wnpa, the one to rebound. Continuing on it goes. It will be Wandersek. She tried finding Zulak on the cut. The two cannot connect. St. Jude's retake the possession.
St. Jude's did a great job of cutting down low, backdoor cuts. That's what gives you those open opportunities, the open passes for those shots. Now it didn't go, but that's the right idea. And then on the other end, Edge could use that as well. They do cut, but it's now finding your teammate and then capitalizing on that shot and making the shot, finishing strong.
St. Jude's obviously leading, but the lead has been increasing at every point in the game. It was 17-11 after one. 22-13 was the score differential between St. Jude's and Edge in the second. And so far in the third, St. Jude's has scored 8 points. Only 4 for Edge so far in this third. They've been the leading scorers of the game for them, and now they currently lead by 19. Largest lead of the game as it currently stands. Wandersek moving it over to the corner. Anderson lets it go for three. Can't get that one to go. Another one that falls just short for Edge. Henriquez pulls in the board. And she slows it down again. They call for the play, trying to get something. Looking, glancing. It finds Davina Grant. Grant feigns to the left-hand side. Floats. Pass to Apong. Back it goes to Surface. She's glancing. She's looking. Decides to pull up from the midi. No, goes to the corner. Drive inside Grant. It's tipped around. Wnpa, the one who pulls it in. And now Edge going to try to run the break. Grant tried slapping it out from behind. Instead, reach and foul on her end. Edge reset. Seeing substitutions. We're seeing Kells make her way in. We're seeing Sunkel make her way in. Subs on both ends.
Yeah, Grant was not happy with that call. However, it was a clear slap to the wrist. Instead of trying to swipe from behind, which would be totally flashy, and I understand that you want that in your highlights. But getting ahead of your player, being between the person you're defending and the net, trying to move your feet and just get ahead of your player is more important, especially where they're at right now, than trying to get that poke.
And I think Davina Grant heard you. She gets the steal ethically, picked up by Surface. And Surface finds Henriquez, who gets that bucket inside. More points on the board here for St. Jude's. Their lead's now 21. Henriquez bringing it up, chilling, passes it over to Surface. She spins around. Great drive. And she gets the bucket. But it will not count. Offensive foul for her. Tough to see. So that's the type of stuff that happens.
Hey, an offensive charge. Listen, going in again with energy and power is important, but you got to keep that control, especially when you're trying to keep up the pace with your team.
Bergen goes up with it and gets pushed there on the way up. Sky Bergen will get some free throws there. As once again, another missed opportunity from beyond the arc for Edge. Yes, they're going to be getting some free throws inside here with Bergen, but it's really just becoming a bit of a shock, the fact that Edge haven't been able to convert any of their chances from beyond. 0 for 16 in this one. Meanwhile, St. Jude's, they've also been struggling from beyond the arc. They're 3 for 14. They've had a couple big chances here. primarily Davina Grant with a 3, along with Sophie Munn and Maldonado, but a lot of their missed threes, it's been less because of bad shot selection, more because they're putting something up at the end of the buzzer. Enriquez, seeing what she can do. She's looking, she's glancing. Has surface, but nothing ends up going. Enriquez takes it right to the hole. Nice little attack, but it's called off. Travel on Miriam Henriquez. Edge retake the possession as Munn and Maldonado both check back in for St. Jude's.
Now, of course, St. Jude's is in a great position right now. Up in double digits, almost at that 20 mark now. But, of course, they still need to keep control of this game. And at this type of level, you got to go all in. You can't just start going easy because you're up.
Bergen out to the corner. They think about the 3. They can't there. It's turned over. Stavast able to get it jarred away from her. Munn's midi doesn't go. Bwalia bringing it up. Pass on over. It will be to Stavast. But she travels here now. And it's just been a long one, I will say. It is reading week. Some people might be thinking on vacation, but these players need to be locked in. They can't be traveling.
No, definitely. The last couple minutes, it seems, on both ends, there have been a lot of unforced errors, whether that be a charge or a travel like we just saw, but you can't afford that, especially if you're Edge, but also St. Jude's, again, you got to keep playing your game. Got to finish strong.
Good ball movement from St. Jude's, but Surface's jumper doesn't go. Munn now lets it go from range. It's short, and it goes out of bounds. Edge retake that possession.
Listen, I think at any level, the idea is if you're open, shoot the basketball. But if you're in the second half and your shots haven't been falling, maybe try to pass down low. But again, of course, Edge has been putting pressure on St. Jude's, and that shot clock has been ticking down. St. Jude's with a couple seconds to go on the offensive end, but you still have to keep going to your strengths.
About 1:30 or so remaining in this period, and it's still a 19-point advantage on the side of St. Jude's. Surface trying to dance around. Go to Maldonado. Maldonado to Munn. Munn, big drive inside, back on over to Surface. Surface pump fake to the left-hand side on the jab step. I said pump fake. Jab step is a pump fake with your feet, to be fair, but still. Opportunity doesn't end up going for St. Jude's. They turn it over. It's still loose again. And it will remain Edge ball here, but now they're going to have to set up here in the half court.
This is where Edge has a little bit of trouble, typically, as we've seen so far today. Basunko, great job keeping an eye out for that ball, anticipating where that pass was going and getting a hand on it.
Still driving in, pausing, trying to get it out. Does somehow get it out. Bwalia, drive in, popped out there by Maldonado, and it will still remain Edge ball. Here's 7 seconds on the shot clock.
For St. Jude's, this isn't necessarily a bad game plan. Keep getting your hands on it, whether it goes out of bounds or you're able to take control of it. Getting your hands on the ball, just allowing Edge to have fewer and fewer seconds on the clock to make a good play. That's the name of the game.
Opong subs in on the side of St. Jude's. Bwalia's 3, it's long. Kells and Opong hit the dirt together there, trying to get the board. Not able to do so. And it's set to still remain Edge ball here on this possession.
Yeah, Kells and Chamberlain going down together. Just how eager they are to both get the rebound, as they're both bigs trying to just get those stats a little higher, but they're both big rebounders.
Gets turned over here off the shot clock violation. St. Jude's get the ball once more.
It's just little plays and little pieces of their IQ showing out that allows them to have possession now.
Maldonado, jab step pass on over to Surface, back inside to Opong. Opong stripped there by Kells. Edge running the floor. Quick pass on over. The drive inside is blocked by Maldonado. Stavast wanted the make, but instead Silvana sends it away.
She knows how to keep her hands up. She knows how to play defense. When you're not the tallest person on the court and you're that guard, keeping your hands straight up can sometimes do the job, and it's just there for Maldonado and St. Jude's.
Bucket there for Kells. And St. Jude's, take a look here real quick. Maldonado 8 for 13 from the field, 20 points on the day. Also has 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 steals, and a block.
Wow, look at that.
She's been electric.
This season she has 20 steals, adding to that once again today. And then, of course, she also has 7.6 rebounds per game. That average quite high, but I think, especially with another quarter left in this game, she can 100% just raise that average a little bit more.
Jumper here to close out the third, not able to convert it, and that's the end of the play there, ladies and gentlemen. 49-30 the score at the end of 3. Can Edge claw out of this 19-point hole, or will St. Jude's walk away with their 3rd win on the season? We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to the new era of basketball. They doubted you. They overlooked you. They didn't believe in you. But now, everything changes. No more sidelines. No more being underrated. No more sleeping. It's time for your game to speak. NPH has traveled the world. We've connected with the top players. We've built this stage. And now, it's time. Time for the game to rise. Time for you to rise. Time for the basketball world to wake up. Welcome to the new era of basketball.
We return, ladies and gentlemen, 4th quarter action. 49-30 the score here between these sides. Angeli, what does Edge got to do to get out of this hole?
I think it's just working more as a team. They're kind of throwing away the ball a lot, and then as we've been saying, just capitalizing on those offensive opportunities. They have the steals. Now it's just working as a team to organize their offense.
The incisive pass doesn't work. Stavros trying to get it out, and she gets pushed there. It will be a foul done on St. Jude's. It goes on Silvana Maldonado. Edge now with a chance to reset.
St. Jude's is doing a little bit of double teaming on defense, and most of the time it's been working, but of course you can't really, you want to practice good habits, and that means moving your feet and not causing those fouls.
Maldonado got the steal. Grant couldn't get the bucket on the transition, and now Kell's trying to get it out. St. Jude's wants the travel call there. They don't get it. And now the pass inside there. Foul once more. It seems there was a hold. Yes, there was. Edge will remain here with the ball. Sunkel coming in for St. Jude's. We're also seeing Wondrusek and Anderson check in on the side of the Edge school.
Yeah, Sunkel finished that 3rd quarter strong on the defensive end. She helped tick down the clock for Edge's offense, which allowed for a turnover in St. Jude's to get a couple buckets of their own. And so she's going to be a great asset to this team. And then, of course, the offensive abilities from Edge, from those two coming in, will be important as well.
Shot up, no go. Grant's the one that rebounds, and now it's going to be St. Jude's running the other way. Quick. Pass on out, it will be Henriquez. Henriquez keeps it pushing, gives it over to Grant. Grant, quick find over to Maldonado. Maldonado glancing around, quick pass on over to Monet. Monet to Henriquez, pass inside, great find. Grant blocked by Kells, and now Edge run the other way, just a bit too far on the ball, and the chance gets squandered. It will be St. Jude's pushing again. Maldonado, pass on over to Grant. She's looking around. Pass inside of Monet, inside out sequence here. Enriquez back to Grant. She sets her feet, lets it go. It's short on the front end. Sunkel not able to corral. Edge running again. Out it goes to Anderson. She lets it fly on the right-hand side of the rim. Sunkel the one to rebound. Monet the one who hands it over to Maldonado. St. Jude's setting up and running quick. Right inside, goes to Enriquez. Enriquez to Monet. Monet. Pass over to Grant. Grant pausing, needing something here, loses it there. Shovel pass out on the steal from Edge, going all the way, the lay from Anderson. And that's 2 points here for Edge. Believe it or not, first points of this fourth.
And there you go. It has been a lot of St. Jude's having Sunkel get the rebound, but then it's a little messy after that point. So not too surprised that Edge gets their first points of the quarter. But then, of course, that's what they've been needing to do. And we've seen in basketball, no matter what level it's at, that sometimes the team that is trailing in the first 3 quarters comes back with a bang in the fourth and turns things around.
Possession arrow gives the possession there following the jump ball to Edge. Subs being made, Silvana Maldonado coming out. Surface and Munn checking in. Davina Grant also checks out for a quick breather, but she'll be coming right back in a moment. Goes away to Bergen. She lets it fly, can't convert it. And now St. Jude's runs again. Monet finds Enriquez. Enriquez finds Surface. Surface out to Munn on the right wing. Pass back on over inside. It finds Monet. And as it keeps on going around, it will be a drive for Enriquez inside through contact. Can't convert it. And now Edge run the other way, seeing what they can do. Anderson takes it in, floats it up, cannot convert. It's almost rebounded by Kells. Instead, it will become St. Jude's ball, it seems. No, we're talking about it. Yes, last off of St. Jude seems to be the call. Edge remain on the attack.
I love how Anderson just kind of goes for those floaters, and that's her go-to.
Big attack inside and a make there. Chloe Wondrasek with that opportunity.
As I was talking about Anderson, I'd say that she plays a lot like her teammate Wondrasek. And I think that's what makes them a great duo on the offensive end specifically. And they kind of bring their team up with them. But maybe today is just one of those days where they're not feeling the greatest. Also, sometimes when you're doing great in warm-ups, you have the opposite on the court, or possibly the other way around.
Another missed 3 here for Edge. It's really not been the show for them beyond the arc. And we'll see where it goes for them. Slow bit on the inbound. Now he gets in. Enriquez. Pass on over to Surface. Finds Monet. Monet passing it on over to Munn. It makes its way to the corner. Pass back inside. Over to Surface. Surface to Munn. She lets it fly! Sophie Munn with the splash. Her second 3 of the day.
What a beauty. Now listen, that shot was phenomenal, but did you see that assist? It was, in fact, number 16, Surface, who passed in the air to Munn. And hey, Munn hasn't been shooting great, but I believe that's her second 3 of the game. So it's not too bad, and of course St. Jude's can afford that because they're up so much.
Maldonado looking around here, looking to take a 3. Will that be the play for St. Jude's? Trying to grow their gap, or are they going to just chew some clock, figure out what they want? Surface to Maldonado, slows it, back on over to Munn. Munn being trapped a little bit, but he's able to break out. Monet to the corner, Maldonado. Maldonado back to Surface. Surface looking, having to take it back to the left-hand side, tried finding Sunkel. Can't because it's deflected. Will get it back. And Sophie Munn, back-to-back threes, making it rain.
There we go. It just took maybe like about 3 quarters to get her warm, but hey, when you get warm, you're warm, and I'm excited to see how she continues to play for the rest of the quarter.
Deep 2 there, it falls for Edge School. They wish there was 1 from 3. Instead, the 2 will be the one that haunts them there. Does close the gap a little bit though. Back to 19's the lead. Opportunity short once more. Munn tries saving it, instead it goes out of bounds, and it will become Edge ball.
A good hustle by Munn, trying to get her own rebound. Yeah, it didn't go St. Jude's way, but that's the type of hustle that has been allowing them to be leading this entire game.
Pass over Edge, trying to get something. Ball makes its way inside. Nothing. Back on out, and Edge wanted again. They go back out for 3, thinking about it. No, dump back in, mid-range block. No! Tough for St. Jude's. Edge gets a sense to the free throw line there on that opportunity. Heartbreaking if you are a member of St. Jude's. Shooting the free throws, Kira Winquist. And that's not a name we've really said much today. Hasn't really seen much of the court today, Winquist. But she will be making her appearance here now. She's appeared in all games. And I'm honestly a bit surprised to see her not be as prominent out there on the court today, as you have mentioned to me, at least off camera before. 9 rebounds a game in the 2 games that she's played. I feel like that's a presence that they sorely were missing.
Definitely, but when St. Jude's is up this much, you have a bit of space to play around with your players, get some more reps in. And of course, Winquist has played a full 8 games this season, but not playing today against a team like Edge. Just another opportunity to get reps in, to play against different players.
The chance doesn't really go here for St. Jude's. Edge want to respond. Anderson tried dumping it back in. Opong able to tip it. It's taken away. Enrique's the one leading the way here on the right-hand side. She slows it down. Lets it breathe. Waits. Kicks it back to the left wing. Back to the middle. Back to the right wing. Going all the way around. We pass on over. Not able to do much. Munn might need a shot here. Does put it up and in. And 1 from Sophie Munn. A timeout called by Edge. Sophie Munn. Hopefully for Edge's sake, they're hoping she cools down. But Sophie Munn's really stepped up big here as we head into this timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Now I'm riding with fire from what they used to boss. Bridge culture with core. Let your roots roll from Toronto, Jeddah, Dubai. In every door, they say you're small, don't belong in the score. But universe whisper, you built for much more. Wake up to your eyes, see the game win. What is your voice, the hoops your stay. Every strap you grab, every shot you take. Be the message in the grind, no silent breaks. They slept on me, now I rise to the sky. Stardust in my face, see the flame in my eye. Game speak loud, I don't need to try. Shadows to spotlight, watch me testify. The world, let them feel who we be. Roots in the ground, but the soul run free. Let's connect, get way to your dreams. Game speaks.
Free throws imminent. Sophie Munn. Big bucket there from her. She's been fantastic here today. Let's take a look at how she's been doing. She has this free throw in the holster. Looking to go, gets it a fall. That makes it 60-38 for her. And Sophie Munn so far, 5 for 13 from the field, 15 points, 3 for 10 from beyond the arc. And now she tries fighting for that steal. Isn't able to get that steal, but a whistle does go, and it will be turned over. St. Jude's get the ball back.
That's an attest to Munn's strong defense, forcing the offense to be a little messy. But again, it seems like the first 3 quarters were all Maldonado, and then here in the fourth, she's given Munn the space to do her thing.
Hold on one moment as Anderson keeps on pushing and gets the bucket. We've seen that multiple times already from Katie Anderson. If only she's got it done a little bit more efficiently. It gets popped out there. Wondrasek tried saving it. Couldn't do it.
Speaking of Wondrasek, I do want to say that earlier I said she had played 8 games. My apologies. That was 2 games, in fact.
No, you're all right. No worries.
But she's averaging 9 rebounds per game.
That is Kira Winquist. Chloe Wondrasek, this is her first game of the year.
100%.
That's okay. No worries. It's been messy for everyone here today as yet another steal on the behalf of St. Jude's. Munn passing on over. Incisive ball inside on the entry. Apong trying to keep it safe. Gives it back to Henriquez. She lets it fly. Can't convert. Now it's Bwalia. Slowing it down to Anderson. She's trying to get past Grant. Does just that. Taking it to the hole. Floats it up on the bucket. Great little play from Katie Anderson. She's starting to come alive. It might be a little too late for her, but still, it's been solid to see the potential from this Edge team. 60-40, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into this next timeout. We'll be right back from there.
Every player deserves a chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their very own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breeds basketball talent, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
We return, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of time left, just over 2 minutes. Edge full court pressing here to see if they can force a lot of points in just a little time. Surface has Wondrasek putting a world of pressure on her. Wondrasek doing what she can, gets her hand in there, Surface loses it, gets stripped, it's Wondrasek, great play from her, gets it over, not able to corral, goes back on over to Anderson, she goes up for the reverse, draws the contact. And it will be free throws now for Katie Anderson. She's really coming to life here late in the game.
She goes downhill strong with speed, and then she goes up strong, which is very important, especially when there's so much congestion down low. Sometimes players get stuck kind of wanting to pass out, kick out to the corner, or just lay it up a little easy. But going hard is what allows players to get to the line like Anderson, we just saw her do.
Anderson has 12 points on the day. And she sinks the second free throw. Got the first one too, perfect from this trip at the line, Katie Anderson. Now Surface, she gets it popped out, but it goes right into the hands of Apong. So St. Jude's are still all right, at least for now. It goes over to Munn. Munn swing it all the way across. Driving in will be Grant, trying to get something, can't. Gets it back on over. Surface goes in. High arcing shot. Can't convert it. Bwalia, the one to rebound. Quick little shovel now. Goes over to Anderson. Anderson slows it down for a moment. Now trying to split defenders. Kick middle pass over to the corner. It's a 3 ball. It's off the rim. Still fighting for it. And Temi Adewunmi with the bucket.
She hasn't had a couple of big plays this quarter, but that play right there made a difference.
And once again, the pressing from Edge causes a turnover. Again, they're not able to get across, and now Edge call another timeout. Don't look now, the lead's down to 14. There's only 1 minute left, but miracles happen every day. We'll be right back with the end of this game between St. Jude's and Edge.
Right back. You guys got to be aggressive. 6 minutes left. It's a 13-point game. Okay, this is the time. Now's the time.
Stay focused. We return, ladies and gentlemen. St. Jude's versus Edge. And it will be Wondersek here, passing it in. Shovel pass received. Wondersek trying to get it over to Ball in the corner. She lets it fly. High bounce off the rim. It's just not been going for them beyond the arc. Adewunmi with the attack to the basket. Draws the foul. 2 free throws coming now for Adewunmi. Adewunmi with the free throws for Edge. And I mean, yeah, it's late in the game, 49 seconds left. It's not really gonna go their way, you think. It's 60-48, but at the same time, maybe it ends up being the situation for them. Who knows? Adewunmi trying to get set here on this play. Gets the first free throw. Now her teammates coming in to regroup after a quick little chat with their coach. 5 fouls there for Kara Sapong. She fouls out of this affair. Tough to see for her, but I don't think St. Jude's are going to be too bothered by it unless we see a massive swing in the score of this game. Grant passing over to Henriquez. They got to break out. They got to get out of their own end here. Instead, it's loose for a moment. It gets back over in the hands of Henriquez. Pass on over to Surface. She's trying to get something going. Little spin over there. Drive inside. Kicks it back on over to Grant. Grant has it in the corner. Lets it fly. It's just a bit long. Still fighting for it. It's loose inside. Grant gets her own board. Draws the contact.
Under the ball pressure.
And it will be a foul here on Edge. And a timeout has been called here once more for St. Jude's. Both these teams cashing in all their timeouts late here. Got to make sure you have the same idea, same page to make sure everything ends up panning out. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the new era of basketball. They doubted you. They overlooked you. They didn't believe in you. But now, everything changes. No more sidelines. No more being underrated. No more sleeping. It's time for your game to speak. NPH has traveled the world. We've connected with the top players. We've built this stage. And now, it's time. Time for the game to rise. Time for you to rise. Time for the basketball world to wake up. Welcome to the new era of basketball.
Do on the men's side as well. We return, ladies and gentlemen, once more with a chance on this one. Inbound to come. Delvina Grant needs to find someone, anyone. Swing on over to Surface. Surface to Grant in the corner. They're just going to try to get as much time going here while getting the shot up. Not able to do so is Sunkel. It goes out of bounds. And another timeout, ladies and gentlemen.
Might as well use them.
22 seconds, 12-point game. We'll see how this one ends up finalizing once more. We'll be right back.
My name is Chaz Louisi from Arete Threads. We are going to outfit a basketball player from head to toe. We do on-court apparel for uniforms, and then we do warm-up apparel, shooting shirts, off-court apparel. We do track suits, and then we do backpacks to carry all the gear to games to and from. Like North Pole Hoops helping on the league side and exposure side, we're going to help with the apparel side as well. They look good, feel good, play good, right? So trying to help kids do that and help as many kids as possible. Right?
We're out of that timeout, ladies and gentlemen, once more. Edge trail by 12. And I mean, 22 seconds, and they haven't hit a three. But that being said, magic infuses at any moment, and they are only 4 threes away from tying this game. So we've seen crazy things in basketball. Anything can happen. Incisive shovel pass in. Bucket and one. It's not a three-pointer from beyond the arc, but it is a three-pointer potentially the old-fashioned way. Temi Adewunmi with the bucket. And one more here to come for her potentially at the free throw line.
Edge trying to end this game off with a great three-point play, and it works out in their favor.
And now we get a timeout from St. Jude's. They want to regroup to see how they close this one out. I believe, ladies and gentlemen at home, both teams are out of timeouts from this point forward, but maybe there's one more up the sleeve, and maybe there is another surprise up the sleeve in this game. Who knows? It's a 9-point game. We'll be right back shortly. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here's 16 seconds remaining.
The game plan for Edge might have been to just keep pushing the pace to get their St. Jude's lead under double digits.
And once again, St. Jude's turn it over. They've not been able to execute with getting it past the half court. They've not been able to execute on the inbounds. It's been very sloppy. They've been very good at getting steals. They need a bucket here quick. It's Anderson right to the basket, puts it up, can't get the make. It's loose in the middle. It's picked up here by Surface, and they're just going to let her be. I think this game might just be it here. Time's on the way out, and it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, final score, 60-51. It was a long game. It was a strenuous game here, Ann Julie, and I hope you got to enjoy the start here of your WNPA experience here with us on the mic.
100%. Not only you allowing me to be on the broadcast, but Jack, not only his name, but also what he does, a jack of all trades, our producer. What a fantastic broadcast. And I'm so excited to see what other games I could be a part of the broadcast on, and to work with you more, Julian.
I mean, we're going to hear more from Angela. You're going to hear more from me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching this broadcast. We will be talking with our player of the game very, very shortly, that being Silvana Maldonado. So we will be seeing you very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. As for me, I've been Julian Quintero. I'll see you at the post-game interview.
Every player deserves a chance to be seen, a chance to be heard, a chance to leverage opportunities and showcase their skills. At NPH, players and teams can create their very own unique pieces of content, from individual player and team mixtapes to feature stories, program documentaries, and live broadcast experiences. NPH creates high-quality visual content with one purpose: exposure. Canada breeds basketball talent, and the players and programs deserve a chance to showcase it. So wake up, because exposure starts here.
We're here, ladies and gentlemen, with Silvana Maldonado. A fantastic performance from you today. 8 for 13 from the field, 20 points, 7 steals, but most importantly, third win of the season here for you guys. Heading into this upcoming session, how do you guys feel in terms of motivation heading into this upcoming weekend?
Heading up into this upcoming weekend, I just hope that my team can bring the energy throughout the whole game and just keep our momentum going.
I mean, you guys were bringing the energy for sure.
Yeah.
You had 7 steals, but as a unit, you guys were playing the lanes very, very well. Had over 20 steals as a team here today. A lot of great transition play from you guys. Is that something you guys try prioritizing in practice?
Yes, we try to prioritize that a lot, even though we don't be getting it like a lot, but we still try to make an effort to do it.
And I mean, you've been putting on a show throughout this season, one of the top performers we've had so far in the WNPA. How are you feeling now, potentially with scouts and everything, finally getting the attention of Silvana Maldonado in your final year here at St. Jude's?
I feel good. I feel like I'm an underdog, especially. There's lots of people who I think that are above me, but I feel like I should be up there. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Silvana. Congratulations once
you.
again. Fantastic game from you. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this one. It's been a great broadcast. We have 2 games tomorrow, a game at King's Christian on the women's side, and on the men's side, we'll be at David Ann to watch Edge versus King Heist, the rematch. A lot of games still to come, and I'm so excited to be a part of almost every single one of them. I've been Julian Quintero Verano, and you have a great rest of your Monday. See ya.